Indeed, former President Jacob Zuma has been ruled ineligible to stand for election to Parliament. The Constitutional Court delivered a unanimous judgment stating that due to his criminal record, he is not qualified to run for these elections. This decision comes after the Electoral Commission of South Africa, IEC, lodged an urgent application to challenge Zuma's inclusion in the Umkhonto weSizwe (MK) party's parliamentary list. The court found that the remission of his 15-month sentence for contempt of court did not make him eligible, as the Constitution bars anyone who has been sentenced to 12 or more months in prison without the option of a fine from becoming a member of the National Assembly for 5 years.
This court concludes that Mr. Zuma was convicted of an offence and sentenced to more than 12 months imprisonment for the purposes of Section 47(1)(e) of the Constitution and is accordingly not eligible to be a member of and not qualified to stand for election to
the court found that the remission of his 15-month sentence for contempt of court did not make him eligible, as the Constitution bars anyone who has been sentenced to 12 or more months in prison without the option of a fine from becoming a member of the National Assembly for 5 years. As the Constitutional Court prepares to announce its decision regarding Jacob Zuma's qualification to serve in Parliament as an MP for his Umkhonto weSizwe (MK) party on Monday, the former president has criticized the judiciary, suggesting that the nation's laws require fundamental reform. Zuma informed the approximately 37,000-strong supporters of the MK that judges harbor hatred towards him. "Have you seen what the judges do when they hate you? They sentence you even when you have no case. That's not their job." Zuma also conveyed to his supporters the necessity for change in South Africa. "I've said this before. We are governed by laws that even our ancestors don't recognize. We are governed by Roman Dutch law. Why do we allow this to happen? We must put an end to it and have African laws," Zuma said. Jacob Zuma, leader of the MK party, firmly believes that IEC Commissioner Janet Love's remarks concerning eligibility for the election specifically targeted his candidacy. Zuma and his new party contend that Love's remarks during a media briefing in January were biased. They allege that she unjustly disqualified the former president from seeking public office due to his 15-month prison sentence for contempt. Deputy Chief Justice Mandisa Maya requested submissions regarding Janet Love's comments earlier this week. This move comes after the Electoral Commission challenged the Electoral Court's ruling, overturning Zuma's disqualification. In the remarks under scrutiny, prompted by a question from the media regarding Zuma's eligibility, Love addressed the exclusion of anybody who has received a sentence without any deferral, and emphasized that the laws of the country serve as a barrier to such candidacy. The IEC clarified that the comments did not specifically target the former president, but focused on the law itself. However, Zuma and MK hold different views. They argue that mentioning that candidacy was unmistakably aimed at Zuma's candidacy without any ambiguity. They contended that Love's legal standpoint was that Zuma was ineligible to run for elections. They assert that she, and possibly the IEC, prematurely formed a biased opinion, making it impossible for them to reach a fair and impartial decision.